IMovie tribe? It is Naja, back again with another video. If you're new here, what is up? If you hear any noise in the background, it's Daniel, because he doesn't realize we have an echo in here. So yeah. So let me scoot my ass back. This is my lazy wig day beanie. That moment when you don't really feel like laying down a wig and you throw on a fucking beanie and you end up looking like a gothic fucktard. That's me today. Today, I guess I'll do a story time. I mean, why the fuck not? Yeah. I'm just gonna jump right into it because I don't even know how to do this introductory shit properly anymore, because I just feel like when I turn my camera on, I'm just talking to like a group of my friends anyway, so I'm just gonna hop right into it. This happened about...
Naja back with another video.
Shut up, Daniel. Happened about, I want to say 2 to 3 years ago. I want to say 2 years though, because I was still in college at this time. So basically I had some new neighbors that had moved in. I just saw one girl that moved in, and it was a 1-bedroom apartment right next to me. Mind you, I was still living with my mom at the time, because through college I was in so many classes, and my classes were like 4 hours long each. So yeah, I did not have time to work full-time and be in my own spot. So I still live with my mom. I had a new neighbor and she really kept to herself, whatever. One day I had came home from class or work or something, and I had parked my car. I don't remember, there was something wrong with my car. I cannot exactly remember what it was, but something was wrong with it, and this guy had walked up to me. We're gonna call him...
Pablo.
No, that's racist. Call him Chino, because that's close to his nickname, but I don't even want to say his nickname. But honestly, this dude went like ghost, so I doubt he would even find this video. No, that's what he asked me for. He asked me if I had any jumper cables. Now I remember. Nothing was wrong with my car. There was something wrong with his car. He walked up to me and he was like, hey,
do you have any jumper cables?
And I was like, yeah, I got some jumper cables, because my mom, when I got my car, my mom had given me like a toolbox with everything that I would need for the car. So I gave him my jumper cables and he was like, yeah.
Thanks, you know, do you live here? And I'm like,
yeah, I live right over there.
Oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool.
And I look over at the car and there's a girl in the front seat, and she's just like looking at us, like waiting on him. And I was like, oh, well, you should go help your girl. And he was like, oh.
No, that's not my girl, that's my sister.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, then you should definitely help her, because that's your sister. Like, go help her out.
All right, maybe I'll see you around sometime. Like, do you smoke?
And at the time, I didn't smoke weed, so I was like, yeah, I smoke.
Hey, yeah, we can hang out sometime, like, when I don't got shit going on. I was like,
okay, cool. Didn't think anything of it. And then I just went upstairs to my house, whatever. I did see him a few other times, but I just never really talked to him. I had my own thing going on. I worked 2 jobs and I was in college, so I really didn't entertain that. So there was one night where I had came home very abruptly. The past relationship that I was in wasn't so pleasant. I had a shit, I guess I could just flat out say it, because there's like no like type of okay way to say it. Basically, it was like a abusive moment with my ex in front of my fucking house. My mom came outside and Chino heard the yelling and everything. So he comes outside, he sees me crying, like holding myself, and he sees my mom spazzing, and Chino and his sister come out, and they're just like, hey dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck? And my ex noticed that Chino was around, pretty much. Like, he noticed that whenever me and my ex did go by my house, he noticed if Chino was there, Chino was always looking at me, and my ex would always ask me like, are you
talking to him? Are you talking to him?
And like, I genuinely was not talking to him, but just the fact that we had a physical altercation, and in that moment Chino came out, that just pissed him off, because my ex assumed that Chino was defending me because we had something going on. So if you guys want to hear about my whole fucking I don't even know if I'm even ready to talk about that, but I had some physical shit in my last relationship. If you guys do want to hear about that, let me know, but I'm not going to talk about it if nobody needs any advice on that type of subject. But he got mad because he was like, okay, well, here's this dude. So they ended up fighting, and then my ex, I'm cutting it short, they ended up fighting. Then I went into my house and my mom was like, you know, calm down or whatever, and then we get a knock at the door, and it's Chino and his sister. And they were just like,
hey, you know, I was wondering if Naja wanted to come out, because I know like that was really intense, and I know she probably doesn't want to be alone right now.
And my mom was all for it. She was like, yes, like you can totally go over there, whatever. Because my mom isn't stupid. Like my mom knows that I was about to go smoke some weed, but she was just like, you know what, just go ahead, y'all can go smoke, like calm down. That was really fucking intense. Like my ex had pulled out a weapon on him, like, so she understood. She was like, y'all can just go chill. So over there, I walk into the house and there's nothing in there. Nothing. It's completely empty. I noticed there was only one bedroom, and I peeped in the master bedroom, and it was the same woman that I would see coming in and out of the house all the time. And turns out that was Chino's older sister. Not the sister I was talking about before that was in the car, but an older sister, like around my mother's age older. So she just came up to me, she was like, are you alright, mommy and shit? And I'm like, yeah. Because, you know, I'm trying to play hard ass because I'm embarrassed as fuck because everybody just saw this shit happen to me. So, you know, we all spark up and we're smoking, and like I'm getting to know Chino and his sister. So we're gonna call his sister, I don't know, we're gonna call her Diamond. Cool. So me, Chino, and Diamond, we're all smoking, chilling, you know, just talking, and they're all telling me like, you can't go back to him, like we'll help you, we'll keep him away if he comes to the house, you know, like shit like that. Next day, Chino texts me and he's like, hey, do you want to hang out? And I'm like, okay, cool. Is Diamond gonna be there? And he was like, yeah. So I go over and all three of us hang out again, and like, you know, we're all chilling. It was really good vibes, and it was like, it just felt good to be around people that didn't fuck with my ex, because at the time all of my friends were friends with my ex, so I couldn't go to anybody to talk about what just happened to me, and they were there for me. So it just made me feel better that I could talk to people and they weren't gonna judge me, and they were gonna help me leave his ass the fuck alone. Because I don't know if any of you guys have been in that type of situation, but like when you're with like a possessive ass person, it's kind of hard to keep them away. So they really did help me a lot. I had noticed some things that did not match up with Chino and Diamond. Like, for one, they were buddy a lot, okay? Like, and they look very close in age. They did not look similar. Like Diamond was gorgeous as fuck. Like she was Mexican, but she dyed her hair blonde, and she had like green eyes, and you know, she was, you know, like Diamond was gorgeous. Chino just looked like a really short, he was also Mexican, very short, dark features, like they paler skin than her. She had very tan skin. Like they just did not look similar. And like, I have a brother who we both share the same dad and different moms, but we still look similar, you know? Like, I have half siblings. You could put us together and be like, okay, but we still look similar. So I was just like, I really don't feel like they're siblings, but you know, who the fuck am I? Maybe they're adopted, I don't fucking know. And there were even more stronger signs that I noticed that they weren't siblings, because like, for one, Chino would get so fucking pissed when Diamond would dip out, because Chino went to work, Diamond didn't work. Well, no, I'm lying. Diamond worked at the fucking Puerto. Diamond worked at Puerto. So yeah, no, she did work, but she wasn't working like Chino was working. So like, Diamond would dip. She would get off of work and then go dip. And she used to hit me up and be like, yeah,
you know, I'm talking to this guy. He's buying all this shit for me. I'm doing all this shit, girl, you know. Do you want to come?
And like, at the time I had just gotten over like this really intense shit in my life. So I was like, I really don't want to be around like men right now. Like, I don't really want to do that. And she understood, but it just was weird because like Chino, and one of Chino's friends, we would just be chilling in the house, the fucking bando, and Chino would just be sitting there ranting, like,
oh, where is she at? She's not returning my text. Like, who is she with? I bet you she's with that nigga. She ain't even been calling me back. Every time I call her, she lets it ring and then hang up.
And I'm just like, well, that's really weird, because like, if my brother was doing that and he's grown, like, I would not be all up in his fucking business. So what the fuck? The thing is that like, I noticed like every time Diamond would leave, Chino would always try to be extra flirtatious with me, almost to the point where I was just like, look, bro, like, what the fuck? And I wasn't even reciprocating it, like, and he would even catch himself too, because he was like,
oh, my bad, Naja, I know you just got through, like, so-and-so, like, I don't mean to come on too strong.
yeah, nigga, and you're kind of like not even my type. Like, my dude's gotta be like 5'7" and up at least. I'm 5'2". Like, if I'm looking at you in your eyes, that's a problem. Like, I can't. So yeah, so I just noticed he was flirting with me a lot and all this stuff. And then I also noticed that Diamond was flirting with me a lot too. Like, she would say sly little comments like,
oh, do you like girls?
and I would be like, yeah.
Oh, well, I've done something once or twice.
Okay, like, okay, if you're a girl and you like girls, you could tell when girls are coming on to you, but they haven't really done anything before, but they want to be shown the ropes, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how she was acting. Like, she could tell that I had been around town with the biscuit and she wanted some help, but I just don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that a lot, because I'm just like, bruh, like, I'm not a fucking experiment. Like, don't do that shit. What is wrong with you?
I've been around town with the biscuit.
And she would always do little shit, like if Chino was at work, she would just wear like panties and like a tank top and just be all like, oh, and she would always call me Naji. She'd be like,
oh, Naji, come over here, blah, blah, blah.
and I would just be like, girl, now you know you fine, but you my homeboy sister, like, I can't. And I remember I slipped up and I said that to her once. I was like, you're my homeboy sister, I can't. And he was just like, she was like,
yeah, I'm his sister.
and then how she said it, I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? But she was just like,
I mean, it doesn't matter though, because like, blah, blah, blah.
I was just like, nah, bro, this shit's kind of weird. So, long story short, the oldest sister, the one that was actually living in the house, she was getting money to stay in the house because she had a sugar daddy and he was paying her rent. But then, I mean, y'all want to be all like, oh, sugar babies don't have sex. Y'all are fucking ignorant. Sugar equals biscuit, okay? Sugar baby. You got to give them some sugar to get your rent paid and all that shit. His older sister was tired of giving the sugar, so bruh cut her the fuck off. My apartment evicted them. And they were telling me, they're like, yeah, we're getting evicted. We're about to go move. We're about to move states. Because they were originally from California. And they came from California all the way to Florida. So I just felt like there was so much more to their story that they were not telling me. I'm like, are y'all on the run? Like, did one of y'all illegally come into the country? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't get it. But then finally the beans were spilled. Chino just told me straight up. He was like,
Yeah, Diamond's not my sister. That's my girlfriend.
and I was like, so both of y'all, like, and I asked him, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I'm gonna be, since we're all being honest, both of y'all have been hitting on me pretty hard. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm not down to be somebody's girlfriend, bro. Like, if that's what y'all trying to do.
No, it's not like that. We both separately are attracted to you, and we both are not attracted to each other anymore. Like, we don't even have sex anymore. Like, we're all doing our own thing. That's why I get so pissed off when she leaves and goes to hang out with these other dudes. Like, we're both just not on the same wavelength. I get really insecure because she can get all these dudes, but I'm not pulling any bitches.
Bruh, it's the height, bruh. It's the height. I'm sorry. Like, you're a good ass guy, but it's the height in the fashion sense. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. But I told him, I was like, I appreciate you being honest with me. I mean, it is what it is. You guys are very good people. You were both there for me, regardless of all the little sideline shit, like, and the weird lies. I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of all just met, so it's not like I could expect you to just spill your whole story at me. Like, I feel you, dude. So I never talked to Diamond about it, that I had that talk with Chino, because I pretty much believed him. It would be one thing if he was like, oh, nah, bro, that's my girl, but we don't even fuck no more, blah, blah, blah. But he straight up was like, I feel insecure. Like, she talks to people, I don't. Like, he pretty much just told me straight up. And I respected him for that. I mean, it's not like I smashed either of them, so it is what it is. Ended up moving, and yeah, I never saw him again, like ever again. Like they literally both went ghost, and they were really cool people. Before Chino left though, he did rob one of my neighbors. I'll tell that story for another day, but he straight up ransacked the fucking house right next to me and then tried to call me at 6 in the morning to, look, if y'all wanna hear that, let me know below also. But yeah, that was the time I was caught in a weird ass love triangle thing. I don't even know what that was. Maybe it was just like an infatuation circle, I don't know. But yeah, that's that. If you guys like this story, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, totally subscribe and hit the notification bell and fill out the form, and peace out.
Yeah, 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 yeah.